India is recognized as the world capital of heart attacks. They have not slept the previous night. They are working till 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock they're in the gym. They need to have at least sleep adequacy.
If that stress increases beyond a certain point, that's when that stress becomes harmful for us. Cortisol, everybody's heard of the word cortisol today. It is called the stress hormone. It is very, very important for us to survive.
बहुत stress है लोगों को कि body बनानी है, तो people have started using apps. I don't want to like call out names, but I know some people who do that. Actors करते हैं कि जी नमक नहीं खाएंगे और पानी नहीं पिएंगे.
I train Mr. Bachchan every single day. He's 82. We still do the most minimum amount of exercise required because even he realizes that weight training is super, super important for him. So he, at that age, it's very easy to say, I don't want to do it, but he knows the importance of weight training, of muscle, and of breath.
I keep getting regular checkups. I am not shy about that. You know, a lot of people are very wary about कि मैं अपना full body checkup क्यों कराऊं.
अगर आप राइस, राजमा और दही साथ में खाओगे, that is a complete protein meal.
My friends are calling me for a party. Now it depends on me. Is that 1 hour at night important for me, or that 7 o'clock in the morning that I have to wake up to go to the gym important to me?
सुबह को उठ के एटलीस्ट कुछ समय के लिए फोकस ऑन योर ब्रेथ, लर्न हाउ टू ब्रीथ so that if you are in a stressful situation, how do you calm down? Because the only way you can control stress, which is mentally, emotionally and physically, is through breath work.
Hi, I'm Neha Bajaj and you're watching me on Zoom. और आज वर्ल्ड हार्ट डे पर हम एक होस्ट कर रहे हैं स्पेशल वेबिनार जिसमें हमारे साथ पैनल में कई सारे गेस्ट्स मौजूद हैं, जहां पर आज हम बात करेंगे हार्ट अटैक्स इन यंग एडल्ट्स, फिटनेस के बारे में और फिटनेस को किस तरीके से सही तरीके से आप अपने रूटीन में इनकॉर्पोरेट कर सकते हैं। और मेरे साथ जुड़े हैं 3 गेस्ट्स, एक एक करके आई वुड लाइक टू इंट्रोड्यूस यू। सबसे पहले डॉक्टर HK चोपड़ा जी हैं जो कार्डियोलॉजिस्ट हैं। ही इज बीन प्रैक्टिसिंग सिंस 44 इयर्स। डॉक्टर चोपड़ा, वेलकम टू दिस वेबिनार।
थैंक यू।
एंड उसी के साथ हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं शिवोहम, अ सेलिब्रिटी फिटनेस कोच हु इज बिहाइंड रणबीर कपूर्स मैसिव ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इन एनिमल एंड ही इज करंटली ट्रेनिंग रामचरण एंड हैज बीन अवॉर्डेड द फिटनेस इन्फ्लुएंसर ऑफ 2023 एज वेल। और आपने उनको देखा होगा इंस्टाग्राम पे काफी एक्टिव भी रहते हैं। वेलकम शिवोहम।
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
एंड अगेन करण वाही, जिनको हम सब जानते हैं, टेलीविजन सीरियल्स, फिल्म्स, OTT, सोशल मीडिया, एक बहुत जाना माना नाम है। फ्रॉम रीमेक्स दिल मिल गए, बात हमारी पक्की है। अभी हाल ही में राय सिंघानी वर्सेस राय सिंघानी में हमें नजर आए करण। सो करण, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग अस।
Thank you, Neha. Thank you for having me here.
सो सबसे पहले डॉक्टर चोपड़ा, आई वांट टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम यू। आपसे जानते हैं कि हार्ट अटैक के लिए क्या क्या फैक्टर्स हैं जो रिस्पॉन्सिबल हैं, क्या क्या कॉजेज हैं। और एक जमाना था जब हार्ट अटैक्स 50s या 60s में हम सुना करते थे, लेकिन आजकल वो एज कम होती जा रही है। अर्ली 30s या 40s में भी लोगों को कार्डियक अरेस्ट आ रहे हैं। उसके पीछे क्या वजह है?
Thank you, Neha. I think it's really a great question because we see that the heart attack is rising steeply in our country as compared to the rest of the world.
जी।
We see here almost 30 lakhs people every year are victims of heart attack in India. 1 every 15 seconds, 4 every 1 minute. And you can see almost 100 people are dying every year with a heart attack. It's very painful status. So India is recognized as the world capital of heart attacks. Besides the world capital of diabetes, obesity, and hypertension, world capital of heart attack. Your question is very good. Once upon a time, we used to call heart attack as a disease of old. But today, even at the age of 20s or 30s, we are seeing people falling victim to heart attack, premature heart attack. You ask me the common factors. The common factors are common, and there are some uncommon also. Common, I see, for example, a lot of people are not aware they have high blood pressure. So uncontrolled hypertension is a very common cause. Uncontrolled diabetes And we see a lot of patients who come to us with obesity and unaccustomed exertion. I know I've got a film star and I've got a sports person here. They are going to respond to it. Unaccustomed exertion is one of the very common cause of heart attack in young. What exactly is unaccustomed, we will discuss in the next few minutes. And then we also see a lot of individuals who are obese, pot belly, जिसे हम कहते हैं हिंदी में तोंद,
हम्म
जो 90 सेंटीमीटर्स होना चाहिए मेन के अंदर और 80 सेंटीमीटर्स होना चाहिए वुमेन के अंदर.
जी
अगर इसकी गोलाई 90 सेंटीमीटर से ज्यादा हो मेन में और 80 सेंटीमीटर ज्यादा हो women में, then we are more prone to get a premature heart attack. High cholesterol. You'll be surprised to know 81% of Indians have at least one lipid abnormality, which is the data from ICMR or WHO, which is
जी
very, very alarming data. And then we see when the people go to gym, they are usually dehydrated, they don't take adequate fluids, and then very important is nutrition. A lot of people are very fond of fast food now these days. And then you spend so much of time on a TV screen or laptop screen or even mobile phone. And that is also a very contributing factor for the premature heart attacks. Similarly, we see a lot of pollution, whether it's an air pollution or a soil pollution or a water pollution or even mental pollution. So everywhere there is pollution. And now a new trend is coming toward the food pollution. Today there was a head news on some called on pollution of ghee, pollution of oil, pollution, everywhere is pollution there. So we are surviving despite all these factors. इसके अलावा genetics play a role, no doubt about it.
ओके
Genetics play a little role. The only thing we can make the genetics more aggressive also, and we can pacify them. We can pacify them. Smoking, very important factor. People chew tobacco or smoke cigarettes, so they fall victim. And most important out of all is negative stress. Fast life. Everybody want to become rich within no time. Fast pace of life, fast food, and active very aggressively, agitation, anger. They totally change the biochemistry of an individual, and that's how we get a heart attack. You ask me why young people are getting a heart attack in 20s and 30s. The most common cause in young people is unaccustomed exertion. They have not slept the previous night. They are working till 2 o'clock, and 5 o'clock they are in the gym. They need to have at least sleep adequacy. कम से कम 7-8 घंटे तो सोना ही है. अगर
ओके
7-8 घंटे से हम कम सोएंगे तो हमारी बॉडी में कुछ केमिकल्स लिबरेट होते हैं जिसे हम कहते हैं एपिनेफ्रीन और नॉर एपिनेफ्रीन. उससे हमारे हार्ट की गति बहुत बढ़ जाती है और वो बढ़ने से हार्ट के ऊपर स्ट्रेन पड़ता है और हार्ट की जो धमनियां होती हैं, जो आर्टरीज होती हैं, वो बहुत छोटी होती हैं और फीमेल में और भी छोटी होती है. तो सर्कुलेशन कॉम्प्रोमाइज हो जाता है और कई लोगों की सडन डेथ होती है. यू बी सरप्राइज टू नो, आई जस्ट सॉ ए पेशेंट अबाउट फ्यू मंथ्स अगो. वो मैराथन में पार्टिसिपेट कर रहा है, 32 ईयर ओल्ड. जिंदगी में कभी रनिंग करी नहीं, कभी वॉक करी नहीं, कोई चेकिंग नहीं है उसकी, कोई टेस्टिंग नहीं है, एंड ही वाज ब्रॉट डेड इन द हॉस्पिटल. क्या हो रहा है? आई पर्सनली फील कि वी हैव टू मॉनिटर an individual who is participating in marathon. Is he fit or unfit? Has he ever done exercise in life? कोई रेगुलेशन नहीं है. तो वो रेगुलेशन होना चाहिए और जिम में भी रेगुलेशन होना चाहिए कि किसको स्ट्रक्चरल हार्ट डिजीज है कि नहीं, उसकी
जी
जानकारी होना बहुत जरूरी है. तो ये
बिल्कुल
बड़े इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स हैं विच आई वांटेड टू हाईलाइट.
बिल्कुल आपने बड़े अच्छे से हमें ये समझाया एंड इवन आई गॉट टू नो कि हाँ हमारी नींद कितनी जरूरी है. सो कमिंग टू यू करण, यू बीन इन द इंडस्ट्री सिंस सो लॉन्ग और आप फिटनेस में भी बहुत है. अभी मैं आपके बैकग्राउंड में भी देख सकती हूँ, मुझे समझ आ रहा है कि आप काफी अच्छा वर्कआउट भी करते हैं. इट्स एविडेंट. सो एज एन एक्ट हाँ
This is the I was laughing about that only when I saw that in the backdrop.
यस
I was like, the only space I found in my house today to actually have a meeting is my place.
एंड तो अब ये बताइए कि एज एन एक्टर कितना प्रेशर फील होता है कि वो परफेक्ट बॉडी होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि आप बेयर शर्ट अगर शॉर्ट्स कर रहे हैं, एंड ऑफ कोर्स करण, अभी ऑफ लेट हमने देखा विकास सेठी या सिद्धार्थ शुक्ला ऐसे कई एक्टर्स हैं हु लॉस्ट देयर लाइव्स ड्यू टू हार्ट अटैक्स। तो डज इट स्केयर यू? व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन दैट? एंड एज एन
आई
एक्टर आप कितना प्रेशर फील करते हो?
आई डोंट थिंक, मैं पर्सनली अगर बोलूं तो मुझे कभी प्रेशर फील नहीं हुआ, बिकॉज आई थिंक फिटनेस फॉर मी हैज बीन अ लाइफस्टाइल इवन बिफोर आई बिकेम एन एक्टर. मैं हमेशा कहता था यू हैव इट और यू डोंट हैव इट.
हम्म।
फिटनेस एज अ यू नो, एंड फिटनेस सिर्फ मैं वर्किंग आउट की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. Yes, I am somebody who loves to weight train, but I don't do it because my job wants it. My job wants me to be an actor. ये हमने बना दिया है कि बॉडी होनी चाहिए.
हम्म।
या डांस आना चाहिए, या ये होना चाहिए, या वो होना चाहिए. That's also important, but I feel personally I've never been very pressurized about it, because uh, I always loved this entire aspect of bodybuilding कह लो या sports कह लो. I've been playing. I was a cricketer when I used to live in Delhi.
हम्म।
Then my love for football is still there, so I keep training on a Sunday. हमारा जो timeline है, जो डॉक्टर साहब ने कहा,
हम्म।
has become a menace for a lot of actors, especially people who are probably new to this and don't have the luxury to actually only work for a few hours.
यस।
बट आई फील, मैं पर्सनली जो देखता हूँ, जो मैं अपने दोस्तों को भी हमेशा कहता हूँ कि आप अपनी प्रॉब्लम से ज्यादा सॉल्यूशंस में अगर ध्यान डालोगे ना, जैसे अगर मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आई हैव हैड अ ग्रेट डे एट वर्क एंड माय फ्रेंड्स आर कॉलिंग मी फॉर अ पार्टी. नाउ
हम्म।
इट डिपेंड्स ऑन मी, इज दैट 1 hour at night important for me, or that 7 o'clock in the morning that I have to wake up to go to the gym important to me.
हम्म।
So I think you have to balance out your life, in your own ways. When I was probably a little younger, when I was in my 20s, uh, I also took advantage of that age where I could party all night and then go to work. But I realized कि वो exhaustion जो होती है, वो
हम्म।
शायद आपको सिर्फ physically नहीं थकाती है. In the long run, it will mentally just drain you out. And
यस।
then what's the point of living like that? So
हम्म।
I think it's how you balance your life uh, with keeping in mind everything. Like I'm not somebody who likes to go on diets or anything. I will eat what I want to eat. I know there are a lot of issues, like I had also read about in certain magazines now lately, about the food pollution, the microplastics that are getting uh, within the system, where it comes to the liquids that we are drinking, or even the water we are drinking.
हम्म।
uh, so I feel things are changing. What I as an actor do, or I as a human being do, is कि मैं वो सब कर सकूं जो मुझे लगता है मेरे लिए बेटर है. I
हम्म।
keep getting regular checkups. I am not shy about that. A lot of people are very wary about कि मैं अपना full body checkup क्यों कराऊं, मुझे क्या
हम्म।
हुआ है.
हम्म।
And I think small things like these eventually matter in the long run.
आई एग्री एंड वेरी वेल सेड। और आपने चेकअप वाली बात बड़ी अच्छी बोली, बिकॉज हर कोई यही बोलता है कि मुझे कुछ हुआ नहीं है तो
हाँ,
मुझे।
मैं क्यों कराऊं.
यस, एब्सोल्युटली। सो कमिंग टू यू शिवोहम, हमने डॉक्टर साहब का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू सुना, हमने करण का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू सुना। आपने इतने बड़े नामों को ट्रेन किया है, उसके अलावा आप इतने यंग एडल्ट्स को देखते होंगे कि वो वर्कआउट कर रहे हैं। मैं भी जब पहले जिम गई थी तो किसी ने बोला कार्डियो कर लो, वेट ट्रेनिंग के बिना बात नहीं बनेगी। ऐसी कौन सी कॉमन मिस्टेक्स हैं जो आप देखते हैं कि यंगस्टर्स करते हैं, उन्हें पता नहीं है, विच आर नॉट गुड while working out?
Firstly, I would like to say what Dr. Chopra said was 100% absolutely on the point. And of course, you can't deny he's been in the industry and in the line for way longer than I have been alive. So that's, of course, it's bound to happen. I would like to take it one step further. So when we talk about जब हम body transformation या हम muscle growth या fat burn या किसी भी तरह की progress की बात करते हैं, वो progress body में होता कैसे? आपकी बॉडी को कहीं ना कहीं एक सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ स्ट्रेस की जरूरत है. When that stress happens in the body, whether it's a form of aerobic stress, whether it's a form of muscle stress, the body needs to adapt. So the body becomes stronger, the body becomes fitter, the body becomes faster, and the change or the progress happens. So stress is a very important factor of being alive. Stress is also responsible for a fight or flight, which we know कि कल अगर कुछ situation आई which we need to just get up really quickly and move, or we need to be a little bit more alert and think, then stress is what is are beneficial, and literally it is what will save us. At the same time, if that stress increases beyond a certain point, that's when that stress becomes harmful for us. Cortisol, everybody's heard of the word cortisol today. It is called a stress hormone. It is very, very important for us to survive. But if that cortisol increases in the system, what happens? How does the blood pressure increase? Because cortisol reduces the thickness of the arteries. When it reduces the size of the arteries, automatically the blood pressure increases. That automatically puts strains on the heart. Next, increase heart rate. So when we talk about flight or fight, अगर आप पूरी time fight or flight, your sympathetic nervous system is always activated, whether it's exercise, whether it's work, whether it's relationships, whether it's career, does not matter. Whether it's in the traffic, whether आपकी maid नहीं आई, हर चीज में अगर आपकी sympathetic nervous system is activated, then again that puts again stress on the heart. Next, your cholesterol. Very simple. Cortisol affects the cholesterol by reducing your HDL, which is known as the good cholesterol, and it increases the LDL. This again puts pressure on the heart. Then we have insulin resistance. So when we're talking about obesity, when we're talking about diabetes, again, insulin resistance is directly related to stress. When your stress increases in the body, there's something called as metabolic syndrome, which means the ability of the body to use food as energy. When this goes haywire, automatically a cascade of different events happen which lead to certain kind of heart issues and cardiac issues. Then the weight gain. Cortisol is responsible for the body to gain weight. That is just the nature of cortisol. Again, if the cortisol levels are always going to be on the rise, then of course your weight gain is happening, and that is generally going to happen around your abdomen, जिसे हम visceral fat कहते हैं. And that visceral fat is what is responsible again for a lot of heart issues, a lot of cardiac issues. And one very important aspect, which is heart rate variability. Everyone wears these smartwatches and they monitor the HRV, हर एक जन कर रहा है. But HRV का actually किसी को इतना मतलब पता नहीं. HRV is basically, in simple terms, how fast your body can go from sympathetic to parasympathetic. That is what an HRV, heart rate variability, means. That agar you are faced with a stressful situation, how fast you can get into that mode, and when that stressful situation is over, how quickly can you get back into the relaxed mode. Every single thing over here is related to stress. Stress when you're going to the gym, overworking is again stressful. You're working way too much. You undersleep, that is again stressful. When you're dieting and you're doing calorie deficits, जहां आपकी बॉडी को 2000 कैलोरी की जरूरत है, और अगर आप डेफिसिट करके वेट लॉस करना चाहते हो, then maximum a good 200 300 calories, maximum 500 calories is a deficit that you can go without harming your health. But no, people want to go further. They want to push their boundaries. The problem is that every one of us, especially in young people, we take our bodies for granted. No, no, age is on our side, and age is somewhere on our side. We feel that yes, and we've been through that, where we've partied till 2 in the morning, we've woken up in the morning, we've gone to the gym, and everything has been healthy at one point. But when we were doing that, there was no internet, there was no cable TV, there was no phones, there was no social media. So kahin na kahin, a very big aspect of social stress was never there. That self-validation, that really quick validation कि नहीं अभी likes चाहिए, followers चाहिए, वो सब चाहिए, comments चाहिए. We didn't have that. So somewhere even though we were putting our bodies through a very unhealthy lifestyle, we still were a little bit safer because we still played a lot. We played a lot of sports. We went to the gym. We didn't have social media to affect us mentally and emotionally as much. But today, the reason why we see all of this is not only because of exercise. Exercise is a very big part of it because, again, people want to achieve their goals tomorrow. भाई मेरे पास कोई मैजिक वॉन्ड नहीं है. पहले कंसल्टेशन में, सर वेट लॉस चाहिए, सिक्स पैक चाहिए, कब तक होगा? मैं बोला कब तक होगा मतलब क्या ये कि what kind of a question is that? I say very simply, it depends on the amount of hard work you put in and how consistent you are. It is literally as simple as that. Because अगर आप कुछ भी फास्ट अचीव करना चाहोगे, it's not gonna, you might get it, but even though outside you can't see it, inside it's affecting your body to a very, very big level. So managing your stress is super, super important. And this is what I've learned through my wife. This is what she does for a living. She's a mental well-being coach. She's been a trainer to Mr. Bachchan for 24 years plus. She's trained all the top celebrities, and this is what she does. She does EOs and YPOs for all mental well-being and manifestation, breath work. And this is where I think I can very comfortably say Karan knows me from our partying days and, back in the modeling days. From that time, what our lifestyle used to be to what it is today, it is literally all a matter of practice of we don't stop training. We don't stop doing what we need to do. Lekin, we need to put in other things which will complement those. कि ठीक है आप ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हो कोई बात नहीं, बट सुबह को उठ के एटलीस्ट कुछ समय के लिए फोकस ऑन योर ब्रेथ. Learn how to breathe so that if you are in a stressful situation, how do you calm down? Because the only way you can control stress, which is mentally, emotionally, and physically, is through breath work. You can listen to the most. Why does calming music or a walk in nature, why does it do that? Because being in nature, listening to calming music or soothing music automatically makes you breathe slowly. Everything comes down to breath, and everything comes down to stress. Stress or breath को अगर आप control करोगे, then I can guarantee, and I think Dr. Chopra would agree with me, that automatically we would reduce, or people would reduce the risk. See, accidents happen all the time. We can never really say who's going to suffer from a heart disease or who's not. Like doctor said, genetics play a very big aspect.
Yes.
And genetics से एक कदम आगे when we talk about epigenetics, which is triggering certain genes within the body. Again, it is stress which triggers them, either switches them on or switches them off. So it is all about your lifestyle, how you're doing it. But the minute you start working on something, or at least being aware कि ठीक है, I am faced with a difficult situation. Let me just take 5 minutes, get myself in order, get my breath back down, get my heart rate back down, then let me address the situation. At least that will not have a compounding effect of stress on your body. So whether we talk about physical exercise, वो तो चलती रहेगी, squats कर लो, push up कर लो, ठीक है, muscles play a very important role, blah blah blah, all that is there. But today, what I have learned through experience is that at the end of the day, it is literally your breath, and your breath alone can save you.
वाह, वेरी वेरी नाइसली सेड. एंड बहुत सारी चीजें जो मुझे नहीं पता थी और जितने लोग हमें देख रहे हैं उन्हें नहीं पता थी, आपने बताई. और मैंने भी जिम जाके यही बोला था कि कितने महीने में मैं पतली हो जाऊंगी, बिकॉज दिस इज द कॉमन क्वेश्चन दैट वी आस्क. सो कमिंग टू यू डॉक्टर चोपड़ा, अगेन अगर कोई 30s में है, 40s में है, हम हमेशा कहते हैं कि बीमारी थोड़ा बहुत नोटिस दे देती है, पहले बंदे को पता चल जाता है, थोड़े वार्निंग साइंस होते हैं. तो अगर हार्ट अटैक या कार्डियक अरेस्ट की हम बात करें तो क्या वार्निंग साइंस हैं जो यंग लोग हैं जो हमें फिलहाल देख रहे हैं वो मॉनिटर कर सकते हैं कि ये मुझे भी हो रहा है, मे बी दिस कुड बी अ साइन. सो व्हाट आर द वार्निंग साइंस दैट वन शुड वॉच आउट फॉर?
I think at the outset, I'm very impressed by the statement given by Shivoham. As the name indicates, Shivoham. if we all remain in that attitude of Shivoham, means attitude of calmness and coolness, and manage our stress, we will not have any problem. The best thing what Shivoham is told is stress is a physical, mental, and emotional reaction to daily events of life. And if you remain in the parasympathetic mode, nothing will happen to you. But if you remain in the sympathetic mode or oversympathetic mode, then you're going to liberate all your negative molecules or jittery molecules or unhappy molecules, what we call as epinephrine and norepinephrine. But if you're in parasympathetic mode or meditation mode or follow all the 8 limbs of yoga like yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, and dhyani, then you are a perfect person. And that makes you awakening about parasympathetic mode. When I say parasympathetic mode means there is liberation of happy molecules. And these happy molecules are like acetylcholine, endorphins, dopamine. They are the oxytocin. They keep you calm and cool. So nothing will influence you. I totally agree with what Shivom has mentioned. Mindset is a statement given by Karan very nicely. If we have a perfect mindset, then we are going to be healthy. Karan also mentioned about the need of periodical health checkups, which is mandatory. We need to have an awareness. It's the World Heart Day. The theme of the World Heart Day is use your heart for action. So when we say use your heart, means use your heart and for helping your heart and helping other heart and helping everybody's heart. And also try to empower our decision takers, our leaders, that everybody should do something for heart health. Heart health is of a paramount importance because we lose a lot of young, uh, actors, for example. I feel really bad, or sports person. So I think it is a mismanagement. Somewhere we have gone wrong with the self-discipline. If you are disciplined, you are going to live long. Nothing is going to happen. You ask me a question, what are the common symptoms? If you don't have perfect mindset, we do not recognize them. What is the common way of manifestation? An individual can complain of a chest pain, which may be typical or atypical with a sinking feeling, radiate to the left arm or right arm or chin or back, or even we have seen patients having a pain in the teeth or pain in the ears. So anywhere there is a discomfort in chest, it is reportable. We should go to the doctors and get yourself investigated. Number two, it is commonly associated with a heaviness in chest, as if the elephant leg is on your chest. So much of heaviness, sinking feeling, a feeling of extreme exhaustion, and undue perspiration, sweating, or even a dizzy spell. They are all the manifestation of heart attack. So if you are on an exercise, and if you get a symptom like this, or even at rest, if you get symptom like this, please consult the doctor. So these should not be ignored. I think we should have an awareness about. Neha asked a very good question. If we can't recognize the symptoms in time, how can we treat? And it is a time window which is very important of 60 minutes to 90 minutes, what we call as golden hours. And these golden hours, if a person is given a treatment, then we can halt or abort the heart attack. But if you are late, we reach after 1 hour, then we are not going to halt the heart attack, but we are going to enhance the heart attack and its severity and the damage to the heart muscle. So whether we do for an angioplasty or we go for a clot busters, normally the recommendation worldwide today is the first 60 minutes, once we recognize the heart attack, they should be given a clot buster intravenous. It is just given in 5 seconds, which is a life-saving drug, which can save the life success is up to 96%. And then within 3 to 24 hours, they have to undergo angiography or angioplasty or stenting, whatever is required. So they are the tools. And most important thing at home, we should take is a high dose of statins, what we call 40 milligram of atorvastatin or aspirin to be chewed as 350 milligrams. And most important thing is go to the nearest hospital. Don't go to any and don't take ajwain or antacid or something which we commonly don't believe or we believe, oh nahi to gas ho gaya, ये तो गैस की प्रॉब्लम है. Don't have self-interpretation. I became a doctor working for 44 years now. And to become a doctor, I took almost 15 years. And you interpret so simply कि gas हो गया ये. The gas has to be interpreted properly. So awareness about the symptoms is very necessary. And I am agreeing with both Karan as well as our Shivoham has given a very nice word, parasympathetic mode. Please be in a parasympathetic mode. Nothing will happen to you till the age of 80. After 80, it is God's will. And second thing, very important statement I'm giving you, most of us are busy, busy, and busy in earning money. And then and losing health. And then we are busy, busy, and busy in losing that money and trying to earn health. It is gone. So we should be very, very careful by perfection of our mindset. Perfect health of the heart is a perfect body, and perfect body is a perfect environment, and perfect environment is a perfect life. We have to be perfect as much as possible.
वाह, वेरी नाइसली सेड. एंड ऑफ कोर्स आपने एक बात बोली कि हम सब बिजी रहते हैं आजकल पैसा कमाने में और बाद में उसी पैसे को खर्च करते हैं अपनी सेहत को सुधारने में. वेरी वेल एक्सप्लेन. सो करण, मुझे आप ये बताइए कि आज हम सोशल मीडिया के जमाने में हर एक रील इंस्टा फीड पे आती है, 5 थिंग्स दैट यू शुड डू टू मेंटेन दिस दैट ये वो. और पहले भी हम ऐसे, मतलब ऐसा मैंने सुना है, करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग, कि यार एक्टर्स को जब वो 6 पैक वाले शूट्स करने होते हैं वो सॉल्ट छोड़ देते हैं, दे आर ऑन ऑरेंजेस, वो तो रोटी चावल नहीं खाते हैं. ये बातें कितना सच है? ये सब होता है?
यार ये आई एम श्योर होता है. मैंने भी किया है जब थोड़ी पढ़ाई लिखाई कम थी इस बारे में, थोड़ी जानकारी कम थी. एंड व्हाट आई हैव रियलाइज्ड, आई थिंक व्हाई आई सेड बिफोर कि फिटनेस आइदर यू हैव इट और यू डोंट हैव इट, क्योंकि मुझे नहीं लगता ये कोई हॉबी है. क्योंकि अगर इफ यू रियली रियली वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड योर ओन बॉडी, ऑल्सो लाइक हाउ शिवम सेड कि पहले जब हम व्हेन वी यूज्ड टू पार्टी एंड ऑल, we used to party till 2 o'clock and then go to work or go to the gym in the morning, and we thought everything was very okay. But I think with time when you realize that you know आपकी बाहर बॉडी में क्या हो रहा है और आपकी अंदर बॉडी में क्या हो रहा है, they're two different aspects in life, and you have to be very very you know केयरफुल अबाउट इट. यस, एक्टर्स करते हैं कि जी नमक नहीं खाएंगे और पानी नहीं पिएंगे. I've done that, not anymore, because I think I've realized that's not the only way. That's probably the most unhealthiest way. And because when knowledge is less, and there are not people like how Shivoham is training the biggest and the bestest people out there. But the point is, for us, like if I have to get myself a trainer, what people lack is awareness of knowing if your trainer also knows the right thing or not. Sometimes we are like, अच्छा trainer रख लेते हैं, वो हमारी body बना देंगे. Trainer cannot do anything for you. They can only help you, guide you, and actually push you. Beyond a point of time, if you don't want to like do certain things, your trainer is not gonna like be like, I'm gonna kill you. Don't do it. You're wasting your time and you're wasting your money. एंड आई फील थोड़ी ना इंडिया में मुझे ऐसा लगता है अवेयरनेस ज्यादा होनी चाहिए. फिटनेस शुड नॉट बी टेकन इन जस्ट वन वे. मैं हमेशा नोटिस करता हूँ, स्पेशली आई एम सॉरी बट आई विल से दिस, आई ऑलवेज सी दिस इन विमेन एटलीस्ट, कि जब तक अ वुमन इज नॉट ओवरवेट, she's not going to go to the gym, or she's not going to get into a fitness activity, because I think वो एक टैबू बना के रखा हुआ है हमने कि लड़कियों को जिम जाके क्या बॉडी थोड़ी बनानी है, आदमी की तरह थोड़ी लगना है. आई थिंक दैट simple taboo, and I'm saying this because I was 13 years old when I started working out. मैं घर पे झूठ बोल के जाता था कि मैं ट्यूशन जा रहा हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे घर पे बोलते थे जिम मत जाओ, लंबे नहीं, हाइट रुक जाएगी.
हाँ, ये मैंने भी सुना था ऐसा.
एंड आई यूज्ड टू बी लाइक, हाइट रुक जाएगी? तो ये एक बहुत ही, मतलब मुझे बहुत बोला जाता था. तो लकीली फॉर मी, द 13-year-old me didn't care about height. He just wanted a biceps. So, so I used to, do that. But with time, for me, I think I've reached a point in my life where I have made sure कि अगर किसी को मुझसे body shot चाहिए ना, तो मैं हर रोज ready रहना चाहिए हूँ. The degree of being ripped can differ, but I remain always throughout the year at a place where if you want me to gain muscle, I'll do it in 15 days. If you want me to be super ripped, I'll do it in 15 days. I cannot be somebody who will eat the wrong things the entire year and then go berserk for those 20 days and not put water and not put salt. क्योंकि फिटनेस का एक ही चीज मैंने सीखी है एंड आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाई आई लव इट कि इट्स द ओनली थिंग इन द वर्ल्ड दैट इफ यू वांट इट यू हैव टू डू इट every single day. You cannot take it from someone, you cannot buy it, you cannot be like, जैसे मैं आजकल बहुत लोगों का देखता हूँ इंस्टाग्राम पे, बहुत स्ट्रेस है लोगों को कि बॉडी बनानी है, तो people have started using apps. And I don't want to like call out names, but I know some people who do that. But and off camera, I just met one of those people, and I was like, but when you go back home and when you remove your shirt, don't you know your truth? And he's like, हाँ तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है? So I think
ऐप से एब्स दिख जाते हैं, वैसा फिल्टर्स आप बोल रहे
हाँ
हैं?
कि मतलब आप एक ऐप है, बहुत सारे ऐप्स आ गए हैं, आप बस अपनी शक्ल लगा लें, वो सब बना देगा आपका नीचे. बट माय पॉइंट इज वो बना के क्या फायदा है? क्योंकि घर जाके आपको तो आपकी सच्चाई पता है. आई थिंक I just personally feel from an actor's point of view and the kind of industry I am in, I only tell friends and whoever comes to me for probably a question or guidance. I always tell them, just understand your body first. Have somebody to guide you. It's not bad to take guidance. Like even today, if I don't know something, I will very nicely go to someone because I think it's for betterment for yourself. And the basic thing, what works for me might not work for you. Correct me if I'm wrong, Shivam. I to eat a lot more one day before they say you have to have a body shot because I feel I'm very like puffed up then. I don't know. पता नहीं लोग तो
No, you're right. Bodybuilders do that.
yeah, like it's just for the fullness of my
Of course.
muscle, I feel.
No, absolutely.
Very well explained, Karan. And मतलब it takes a lot of guts. आपने तो बोला भी कि yes, I have also like वो पानी salt वाली चीज, because बहुत सारे लोग मानते भी नहीं है. So it takes a lot of courage that you acknowledge at least कि now I'm not doing all of that.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, what I have learned with time is ये जो टैबू है ना कि हम बताएंगे नहीं कि क्या लेना है क्या नहीं लेना है. Also, social media ना has given a lot of people a lot of bandwidth to just say whatever they want to say. Like social media is just let कोई भी आके कुछ भी बोल जाता है
Everybody is a
without
fitness educator on social media.
without realizing, like I sometimes see my pictures, like some of my body shot pictures, and I'll see some comments saying, अरे ये ले लिया वो ले लिया, अरे तो random body है or whatever, blah 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 blah. And I just feel because uh, you know uh, uh, we need to develop a culture where I should be inspired by someone and not be jealous कि अरे उसकी बन गई है तो मेरे को पता है मुझसे तो होगा नहीं, तो चलो उसका भी थोड़ा बैंड बजा देते हैं.
क्या बात ये अच्छा था. एंड शिवोहम, अब आप मुझे बताइए, लाइक इट्स बीन सो मेनी इयर्स, आप यूर फिटनेस कोच, एंड अगेन जैसे हमने सेलिब्रिटीज की भी बात की, मुझे ये बताइए व्हाट्स विद दिस थिंग कॉल्ड प्रोटीन. मतलब क्या है ये, क्या ये लेना जरूरी है अगर आपको फिट रहना है? क्या हमें नेचुरल सोर्सेज के बदले वो पाउडर लेना जरूरी है, या फिर कुछ ऐसे टिप्स जो बेसिक आप 3-4 टिप्स देना चाहें जिन्होंने वर्कआउट स्टार्ट नहीं किया है और वो करें तो ये वो चीजें जरूर करें, सेफ वर्कआउट प्रैक्टिसेस बेसिकली.
तो प्रोटीन का ट्रूथ ये है कि प्रोटीन इज एक्चुअली कॉल्ड और द it's a building block of life. That is what we read in school, and this is what it's called. But when protein enters the body, it gets converted into amino acids. amino acids is literally the building blocks of protein. तो मतलब प्रोटीन तो इज बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक्स ऑफ लाइफ बट प्रोटीन का बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक्स इज अमीनो एसिड्स. एवरीबody knows के in our body there is essential and non-essential amino acids. What we are concerned with is the essential amino acids, the 9 essential amino acids. The reason why these are given so much importance is because the amino acids are literally responsible. Firstly, the body doesn't make them, so we need to get them from outside. Now, they are responsible for your immunity, they are responsible for your hormones, they are responsible for all the neurotransmitters, which Dr. Chopra was talking about, all the dopamine, serotonin, all the oxytocin. Amino acids are responsible for making them, for cholesterol, for building and repair of muscles, for every single thing in the body. Amino acids are what is responsible. Now, the reason why they say that a animal protein is a complete protein is because that animal protein has all the 9 essential amino acids. It's not that the vegetarian food does not have them. Whether it's अगर आप राइस राजमा और दही साथ में खाओगे, that is a complete protein meal. लेकिन the amount of protein. So when you read online, how much protein should I consume? What they are actually asking is how much amino acids do I need to consume for my body to have the raw materials for me to maintain good hormonal levels, good heart health, good uh, uh, immunity. If I'm training to help me build and repair those muscles, that is what you're asking. So when they say, okay, why should I take a protein supplement? So if you are eating a normal meal, if you are a vegetarian and you're eating rajma, you're eating dal, you're eating sabji, you're eating chawal, you're eating all of that, but you're not eating paneer or you're not eating dahi or any milk products, then you are very, very deficient in protein. All right, it's a given thing. There's no argument about it. So then, of course, add some paneer into it, add some milk into it. How much protein? Yes, there is a basic ideal protein that you should take. But again, those numbers, I don't believe those numbers because all the numbers online, whether it's of protein, whether it's anything, it's all got from controlled experiments which are done in a controlled environment. So whenever anybody, a scientist does a research, it's all done in a very controlled environment based on 100, 200, 300 people or whatever it is, and you get a certain number out. But what works for one person is not going to work for another person. So first, identifying your goals. What is your goal? How hard are you training? How old are you? Do you have any underlying health issues? As a person gets older, they actually need to consume more protein than they were doing before because after the age of 35, your body anyways loses muscle every single year till you die. Now, your amino acids or your protein is going to prevent you, even if you're not working out, it will still give you the raw materials to keep those muscles alive. And muscles are literally the biggest and the most important organ which influence your heart, your kidneys, your lungs, your brain, every single thing. So maintaining muscle health is your number one priority. Automatically, when you maintain muscle health, you're controlling your blood pressure, you're controlling your insulin spikes, you're controlling blood glucose levels, you're controlling all the different things in the body, hormonal levels. So protein is important to build and repair, but also to maintain muscle. And if you're not able to get it through your food sources, then please take a whey protein or take a plant protein, depending on whatever works for you. But protein is always something that you prioritize when you eat. So पहले अपना प्रोटीन खा लो, चाहे आप vegetarian हो, non-vegetarian हो, first eat your protein, and then, of course, whatever space is remaining, eat your dal, eat your sabji, eat your chawal, whatever it is. Please try not to fill, because carbs will fill your stomach much faster. All right, and then that will leave no space for what actually matters, which is protein. So make sure you get your protein first, and then you eat the rest of the carbs or whatever else is there on the plate. And a very big important aspect for beginners who've never been to a gym or people who want to go to the gym, firstly, it's never too late. You can even train at the age of 70, 75. You can start, that's not a problem. I train Mr. Bachchan every single day. He's 82. We still do the most minimum amount of exercise required because even he realizes that weight training is super, super important for him. So I do 40 minutes of or an hour of weight training, and then my wife Vrinda does all the pranayams and the breath work with him for another 40 minutes. So he, at that age, it's very easy to say, I don't want to do it, but he knows the importance of weight training, of muscle, and of breath. So he does that. So for every beginner, start slowly. Okay, I keep telling, I said, any topic in this universe, in this existence, you can either just Google it, read whatever there is there in the Wikipedia, or you can do a PhD in it. And
Yes.
you can, and your PhD will never get over even till the day you die. A doctor never stops studying even till the day he dies. Dr. Chopra can agree with that. My point being, if you're a beginner, why are you concerned about the complex methods of training or the complex methods of dieting? पहले एक डंबल उठा के एक बाइसेप कर्ल तो कर लो. पहले रेगुलर होके 3 दिन जिम तो जाओ, चाहे आप
Hmm.
कुछ करो भी मत, एटलीस्ट वॉक इन टू द जिम. Point is, because of social media and our influence on the outside world, we have so much information at hand that we want to know what is the most complex way of getting there, because we don't believe that simple is the key and simplicity is the key. Weight training, fitness in general is not rocket science. It's very simple. बट नो पीपल विल नॉट बिलीव कि नहीं इतना सिंपल, नहीं नहीं ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है, नहीं नहीं बस इतनी एक्सरसाइज, नहीं 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 ऐसे नहीं, इसको तो आई हर्ड सम इन्फ्लुएंसर यूज दीज वर्ड्स एंड आई वाज लाइक प्रोग्रेसिव ओवरलोड एंड दिस एंड दैट. Yeah, because they're trying to market their program. But at the end of it, it is literally that simple. First, make your way to the gym, start lifting the weights. For a beginner, even if he lifts just an empty bar, he will still see progress. Because the neurological pathway or the progressive overload, which happens when you're just learning a movement, your brain has to work just to able to handle that bar without it shaking, going down and up in a controlled manner. That itself, that the ability to master that skill of moving the weight in the right way, that itself, without any weight, will still build muscle. And then once that is done, you can start adding weights. So point being, start simple, start slow, and then your body will tell you when you're ready for the next step. Your body will tell you, because the body, again, I keep saying this, the body is an amazing, amazing organism, but at the same time, it's very stupid. It only reacts, it does not act, it only reacts based on the stimulus that you give it. So if you lift weights, your body is going to adapt and get better. So just start lifting. Don't worry about everything else. Just start eating right. Don't worry about calories and this and that. Yes, that time will also come. Uska bhi time aayega when you start measuring calories a little bit, you start monitoring your calories a little bit. That will also happen. But first, at least clean your plate. Like what Karan said, fitness for some people, they don't have to try too hard to make the right decisions. Everybody knows what's right and what's wrong. You
Yes.
know it. You just choose not to follow it. Like when I go to my in-laws' place, they love feeding me and they'll give me all the parathas and everything. And I love my parathas with dahi. I'm a Gujarati, so dahi and lasan ki chutney and aloo ka paratha, whatever. I love it. But I will not have it as the first thing after my workout. I'll first have my eggs, I'll first have my protein, I'll have my 3 eggs or 4 eggs or whatever. I won't have the bread because I know there's a beautiful aloo paratha waiting, proper Punjabi aloo paratha, and then I'll eat that. So it's not that having the paratha is right or wrong. It is, when are you going to choose to have it? So everybody knows what's right and wrong. Everybody knows. Everybody knows having one scoop of ice cream is not wrong. But no, they will choose to have four instead. So it is, just be a little aware of the decisions you make. And I promise you, life is that simple. It is literally that simple. Get your test done. I've got my coronary CT scan done just after COVID. And that is definitely one of the best tests that doctors recommended to get done. Because once you get that done and once you're in the clear, then for 5 years, you don't have to worry about heart health at all. Because that tells you everything about the size of the artery walls, every single thing, any blockages, everything. So I got that done. Everything was in the clear. So you move on. But at least, and like Karan also said, it is important to know if something is wrong. At least then you can take some action to fix it.
Hmm.
Don't be that ostrich. मिट्टी में सर डाल दिया because I can't see anybody, nobody can see me. Doesn't work like that. So there's no harm in getting basic tests done if you know that you're leading a lifestyle which is not in sync with health. Then why not? Why do you want to be so ignorant and leave it alone? Get to know. At least now you know. At least now you can do something about it. बाद में
Hmm.
होगा तो स्ट्रेस और होगा कि अभी जब कर सकते थे पहले, जब पता चल सकता था नहीं पता चला, अभी और स्ट्रेस ले रहे हो. सो प्रिवेंशन यस इज ऑलवेज बेटर देन क्योर.
Better than you. Hmm.
लेकिन अगर कुछ गड़बड़ है तो फिर उसको क्योर तो करो.
Right.
सो या
वेरी वेरी वेल एक्सप्लेन्ड, और आपने खाना भी बड़े अच्छे से हमें समझाया. माय लास्ट क्वेश्चन टू यू डॉक्टर चोपड़ा, एंड आफ्टर दिस आई विल वाइंड अप अगेन, क्योंकि मेडिकल टेस्ट की कुछ बात हो रही है. सो 20s 30s 40s 50s, अब तो मुझे लगता है कोई अब वो उम्र नहीं है, आप वर्कआउट कर रहे हैं नहीं कर रहे हैं, टू मेंटेन अ गुड हार्ट हेल्थ कौन से वो टेस्ट हैं जो आपको करवाने चाहिए रेगुलरली?
I think important question, Neha. But before that, I really like to be very, very happy in my statement. The Shivam given a very nice tip today. Adopt and adapt. If you don't adopt anything, how can you get adapted? Very, very important. The second thing which is mentioned is no pain, no gain.
No, no, I
You have
say
to
no
have
pain,
pain.
only gain.
If there is no pain to do something, how can you
Correct.
gain? You need to have some discipline. And third, which is very important, I learned is use it or lose it. If you don't use your body in the right way, you're going to lose it. And I also say eat the right food at the right time, at the right place, in the right manner, in the right dose, in the right environment. And also like to explain in a very simplistic way, both for Karan as well as Shivam, since I've got little scientific knowledge, is we are all the physical orchestra. And our physical orchestra is an expression of our emotional orchestra. And our emotional orchestra is a manifestation of our mental orchestra. And our mental orchestra is an expression of our neurohormonal biochemical orchestra. And our neurohormonal biochemical orchestra is an expression of our genetics and epigenetics. And our genetics and epigenetics is an expression of our consciousness. We are there to integrate them. If we integrate them, we are going to have a healthy heart. Now the question to Neha, what we should do to prevent the heart attack? A very
Yeah,
nice
the
point.
medical tests
Already,
basically that we should get done.
I think a very nice point expressed by Shivam, the CT scan. I think that is a very late stage. We want it to be a nice heart workup. I personally believe that everyone should have their complete heart workup done in the form of a complete biochemistry, which includes hemogram, kidney function test, lipid profile, both bad cholesterol and good cholesterol. I have already mentioned about Shivaham. We should know it, what are the values, and then we can take a timely intervention accordingly, and some HSCRP or inflammatory markers, what we call is, or homocysteine. Homocysteine predicts premature heart disease. The time has come now. Prevention and prediction. Prediction has been explained by Shivam very well, like CT scan. But we are talking of prevention at the biochemical level. If the sugar is high, you can take some measures. And also, we should do a basic ECG after every year, at least after the age of 30. And then we should do our BP checkup, our pulse checkup. And if doctors suggest that you should go for an echo, we do an echo. Echo is very important because we can see the structural heart disease. And then we should go to Shivoham or we should not. Then he can decide what kind of protocol should I follow. Excessive exercise or less exercise, all depends on what information we give him. According to me, Shivoham should make sure that we give a certificate, all the details to him, and he protocolize the treatment meticulously, and we can prevent the heart attacks to a very large extent. We all should know, dear friends, that we have almost 6 billion capillaries in us, with 60,000 miles of blood vessels, and 6 trillion cells with 6 trillion chemical reactions occurring every second. Right now, I am talking to you. How many chemical reactions taking in me? I am not even aware of it. And everything has got a relationship with 60 neuropeptides. And that's how you and me are here with a healthy heart till now. A last expression is like this: the morsel of food that I eat, the water that I drink, the emotion that I experience, the thought that I think, the alcohol that I drink, and the time I sleep all get metabolized by 60 trillion cells and 6 trillion chemical reactions and become your heart and my heart. Everything starts at different level and we go to a different level. As nicely pointed out by Karan, that our fitness quotient is variable. Like he was very, very sharp, Shivoham. Right, our heart rate is also variable. Nothing is fixed in you and me. Everything is variable from time to time, minute to minute, second to second. We should maintain a discipline and always be in a parasympathetic mode, a beautiful expression by Shivoham. With this, I'd like to close my statement. Healthy heart is healthy India. Swasth Dil, Swasth Bharat. Fit India is fit body. If fit body is fit heart.
Wow, very, very, very beautifully concluded. And matlab, it was good to chat with the three of you. हमें अलग-अलग point of views पता चले. And I would like to thank Karan Wahi. Thank you so much, Karan. You joined us, shared your experiences. और बहुत सारे जो यंग लोग आपको देख रहे हैं वो डेफिनेटली अभी बहुत इंस्पायर्ड फील करेंगे और उन गलतियों को भी करेक्ट करेंगे. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
thank you, Shivoham. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
educating us in the right way of working out, gymming, protein, and everything. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, doctor. Thank you, Karan.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Neha.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, guys.
doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
doctor.